Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Hickey.
And I'm Ricky Lima.
And we're here at the world famous Stadium Comics in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Located right here next to the Cinnabon in the Shoppers World Mall. Right down the hall from Zellers. Next to Wireless Wave in Fabricland.
I love Fabricland.
I love Fabricland.
I love
We've got some great fabrics.
And the theme song, Fabricland, Fabricland.
We have to edit that out. We're not allowed to...
Oh no.
No. We're not allowed to have theme songs. YouTube
Okay.
will sue us. We're here today to talk about graphic novels, hardcovers, softcovers that are going to be in stores in March 2012. And they're all featured in this catalog here, Previews Magazine. This is the book that most comic shops use to order all of their merchandise for the future.
I order everything from Previews Magazine.
No, you don't.
I try, but they don't ship to Canada sometimes.
Sometimes they don't.
Like the Risk, Metal Gear Solid Risk, they didn't
I thought
ship
you got it.
Yeah, I got that from another store.
Well, from what other store, Ricky?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it.
You went to the competition again, didn't you? You bastard.
It's true, I did.
That's okay. This time we'll have to cut off a finger. But yeah, make sure you let your comic shop know. There's a lot of stuff in here that most shops wouldn't have the space to normally carry, but they can get it in for you if you ask. We're going to get things started today by looking at a new Batman original graphic novel, and it's called Death by Design. In this new original graphic novel from superstar writer/designer Chip Kidd and artist Dave Taylor, Gotham City is undergoing one of the most expansive construction booms, like we're experiencing right now here at Shoppers World.
Jesus Christ.
That's going on across from us. Gotham City is undergoing one of the most expansive construction booms in its history. The most prestigious architects from across the globe have buildings in various phases of completion all over town. As chairman of the Gotham Landmarks Commission, Bruce Wayne has been a key part of this boom, which signals a golden age of architectural ingenuity for the city. And then the explosions begin. All manner of design-related malfunctions cause casualties across the city. This bizarre string of seemingly random catastrophes threatens to bring down the whole construction industry. Fingers are pointed as Batman must somehow solve the problem and find whoever is behind it all. Wow.
Is this written by Zack Snyder? It's all about the city.
Yeah.
Is it for real?
No,
Oh.
but I hear what you're saying. It seems like you have to have like a degree in like architectural design just to
to write Batman stories.
just to write Batman stories or to be able to read them and enjoy them.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
this has a 1930s kind of look to it?
Yeah, and you can see that by the cover image that they're definitely going for an early Batman look here,
Oh, nice.
which is cool. I like to see Gotham City. Gotham City's always kind of portrayed as a city that's, very 1930s, noirish, Art Deco, whatever, I don't know, whatever the terms you architects use for that style. But it looks nice and it's fitting for the character of the city. I believe the city itself has its own distinct character. And Chip Kidd, who's the writer of this book, he is a graphic designer himself, and he's responsible for designing a lot of famous book covers in the literature industry, such as the cover to the original Jurassic Park book.
Oh, nice.
And he's also done some work for Frank Miller, doing his Dark Knight books and his Sin City books, doing the covers for them.
Oh, very nice.
So he is well versed in comics. Apparently, he's a really big Batman fan, but I guess he's pretty untested as far as a comic creator goes.
I mean, the cover art looks great, so I mean, what can you do, right?
Yeah. I think the art is going to be the one thing that we can rely on in this book that will look nice,
Yeah,
and
we'll
we'll just
see.
have to wait and see how the story turns
We'll
out.
see.
Yeah.
But something that's tried and tested and true, Ghostbusters, and we have Ghostbusters Volume 1. Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Yes.
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
All the time.
Have you or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
Multiple times.
If the answer is yes, call the professionals. Psychokinetic energy is on the rise again. Business is booming for the boys, and Ray is troubled by what could be a prophetic dream. Is this an ill omen or an upcoming apocalypse? Or just a little indigestion?
Ah.
Well,
Very
Ghostbusters is amazing. I love Ghostbusters.
It is awesome. And it's seen a resurgence of late. I mean, it's always going to be a popular movie franchise, and I don't think there's any doubt in that. But yeah, the resurgence of late. I think a lot of that has to do with talk about there being a third Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah.
Or the video game that came out recently.
Yeah.
Did you play the video game at all?
I played a demo of it, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
Because it was like one of those dual stick things. It was just awesome.
Could you cross the streams?
Maybe, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's very dangerous to cross the streams.
Yeah, well, I live on the dangerous side.
But yeah, there's been all kinds of cool merchandise coming out from the likes of Mattel for Ghostbusters as well. They just released the a special edition Ghost Trap. The actual trap that they throw out, and it sold out in a matter of minutes. But I would have died to get my hands on one of those. Just be a cool thing to have. Incidentally, Ghostbusters was the first movie that I ever saw in the theaters.
Really?
It's quite a scary experience.
Yeah, you were scared by the Ghostbusters?
During Ghostbusters. That first scene in the library, when the books start flying around and then that librarian ghost comes flying out at you, I was like, that was it. I was done. Had my eyes shut for I think the rest of the movie.
It's okay, Kevin. It's over. It's over.
Luckily now I can enjoy Ghostbusters properly, as long as all the lights are on and it's the daytime and not night. It's all good. Speaking of things that are traumatic, what about your uncle getting shot?
That's pretty traumatic.
And killed because of something that you did wrong.
Sad.
Yeah. That's a bad segue.
No,
sorry.
You're good.
All right. We have got Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 1. In the year 2000, Marvel launched the Ultimate Universe, reinventing Spider-Man for a new millennium. Now the first 3 years of Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Bagley's fan-favorite, award-winning take on the web-slinger are collected in one oversized volume. Relive Peter Parker's early days as Spider-Man, learning to fight crime by trial and error as he struggles to balance his new life with the demands of high school, puberty, homework, and dating. Even with the help of his best friend and confidant, Mary Jane Watson, Peter has a heavy load to bear. But the neophyte Spider-Man is making enemies left and right, including the Green Goblin, the Kingpin of Crime, Dr. Octopus, Kraven the Hunter, and the Maniacal Venom. And unless he can rise to the occasion, he may not survive until prom. This collects Ultimate Spider-Man issues 1 to 39 and Ultimate Spider-Man 1/2. Okay, this thing is huge. Marvel is saying that it's going to be 1,000 pages.
What?
Yeah.
But it's only 30 issues. 40 issues?
1,000 pages? That's got to be
Yeah. No,
how thick is that?
I don't even know. That's
Why-
insane.
Why would you print a book that's that large?
I don't know. And they're selling it for $99.
Well,
I think we talked about this last time. That's
yeah.
a little too much.
It is a high price point. And they haven't even talked about special features or anything inside, but I'm sure, maybe that's part of the reason why it's 1,000 pages.
You're going to have commentary or something? Audio commentary?
know.
You listen to it?
Maybe. That would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Let's, you know what?
Let's do it.
Let's
For
do
time
that.
nerds.
Yeah, for time nerds. Speaking of time nerds, we referenced issue number 1 of Ultimate Spider-Man, the white variant cover, in one of the
That's
Time
right.
Nerd strips. It used to be worth quite a hell of a lot of money back in the day if you were able to snag one of them. But nowadays, you can probably pick one up for a couple $100,
Why is
which is still really good. Don't get me wrong, but
Well, why did the price drop?
I don't know. I think it's a case of something being really hot and in demand at the time, and now that Ultimate Spider-Man, that first series, doesn't have a lot of relevance because we've had things that have happened since, like Ultimatum and the restart of Ultimate Spider-Man, and then the death of Peter Parker, and then now the new Ultimate Spider-Man Miles Morales. It kind of doesn't have the same amount of relevance that it might have once had, and that definitely lends itself to declining value. As far as
But I mean,
collectability
this
goes.
book certainly has its place in culture. In the early 2000s, comics were kind of bleh. They're coming off of the extreme 90s where everything was So, something like this really brought comics back to a grounded kind of moment.
For its time, it was revolutionary. They were basically taking, a character that was big like Spider-Man and restarting him from, a new origin to bring new readers into the fold. And I think they were very successful in doing that at the time. Ultimate Spider-Man was a really, hot-selling title for them for a long time. And, they tried to recapture a lot of that, I think, with the launch of Miles Morales' character. And it's selling okay, but we still haven't come close to recapturing those days of Ultimate Spider-Man when it was released in 2000.
Wow. Can't win them all, I guess.
Can't win them all.
Up next, we have Walking Dead Cutting Room Floor. For the first time ever, an unprecedented behind-the-scenes look at Robert Kirkman's original, handwritten plot lines for the early issues of the Eisner Award-winning series. See what plot lines were left on the cutting room floor and get an in-depth look at how the series came together. This collection includes commentaries on Kirkman's original plots with never-before-seen material. This is the Walking Dead Collector's Item of the Year.
Do you really think it's the Walking Dead Collector's Item of the Year?
It's just Kirkman selling out even more. I mean, before, he's like, I have a writing room full of people. And now he's like, let me release bonus features, like a DVD, and just release it. And it's like, oh, stop selling out, man.
I don't think Kirkman's a sellout. I don't think he's a sellout. I don't think it's the Collector's Item of the Year. I think, when they eventually release the Season 2 Blu-ray, and that's probably the Collector's Item of the Year.
There'll be like commentary on that, and it's like more commentary. And...
You really just think he's a sellout? I don't think he's a sellout. I think, I think maybe what Image Comics is doing is playing a little catch-up as far as The Walking Dead is concerned. When the series first came out on television last year, there wasn't a lot of options for Walking Dead fans as far as, merchandise and other information out there other than the comic series itself. There wasn't... I can remember when the television series started up, saying to myself, wow, wouldn't it be great if we had a whole bunch of Walking Dead posters? Yeah. Or wouldn't it be great if we had a bunch of Walking Dead t-shirts? And I think they kind of missed the boat on that. So now that the series has picked up some steam on television, a lot of people seem to be into it, I think you're going to see a lot more of this kind of merchandise become available. Now we have Walking Dead action figures.
Yeah, of course.
We have Walking Dead posters. We had a lot of Walking Dead merchandise at Christmas. And stuff like this, the cutting room floor hardcover. The one thing I'm confused about with this book is there any actual art in it, or is it just...
It's just writing.
Just Robert Kirkman's
I
writing?
I don't know, because, Tony Moore, when in the Inception, he started it, and then he wasn't on it anymore, so... Would they include Tony Moore's artwork, or, other people's artwork?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. The one thing I'm wondering about this book, though, is these never-before-seen plot lines. I wonder how many of them will resemble in some way some of the plot lines that we've seen on the television show. Because as readers of the book and watchers of the show are aware of, the two stories aren't exactly similar. There are some differences. And I'm wondering if any of those differences might come from this... these early ideas that Robert Kirkman
That'd be an interesting read. Yeah. And for the record, Kirkman's not selling out. I'm just kind of saying that.
Yeah, whatever.
But he needs to chill out with some of these products. Like, whoa.
Don't chill out, Robert. Don't listen to him. Stay strong.
Bobby.
All right, that is it for the graphic novel portion of the previews review. Join us next time when we look at action figures, toys, and collectibles coming your way starting in March 2012. And head into your local comic retailer and let them know what you want out of Previews Magazine. They won't bite unless they're one of those weird comic shops that
do bite.
And
they're all fang bangers.
Yeah, there's some of them out there. You got to be careful. Stadium Comics doesn't bite though.
Bite hard.
Thanks everyone, and we'll see you next episode.